think the X-Files started off as a cult, went quickly from being a cult hit to being one of Fox's most popular shows. Why?
Why? Huh. I don't know. I think there are many answers to that question. The first and foremost, because I've been asked that question, and I think, first of all, it's a good show. You know, I think it's hard for bad shows to get very popular. It happens. But it's hard for them to last. So first it has to be good, whatever it does. You know, the camel, the elephant, whatever animal it is, it's got to be good at being a camel and an elephant. And it isn't good at being whatever animal it is. And I think at the time, Fox was a young, fledgling network. They had married with children. That's about it. So they kind of rode us. You know, we were the first show that got any kind of critical acclaim for them, any kind of critical notice. You know, Fox at that point was Fox, not the news network, but the creative arm of the TV was really, it was kind of down and dirty and not great. So we were the first Fox show that got any kind of, hey, they're not so horrible. Or there's some intelligence behind the show. And then I think, you know, the frame of the show, the capacity of the show to kind of transform itself through so many different genres of horror, thriller, sci-fi, love story, comedy. There's no other show that I can think of that can actually exist and be itself in just about any genre you can think of. And somehow Chris Carter created this frame in 1993 that was able to expand and contract and be all these things. So I think the flexibility and the possibility of the show is endless, and I think that's exciting. I don't know otherwise. I also think that it was able to export itself, in that it's hard for American shows to catch on in other languages, especially comedy. And comedy is hard to translate. And comedy is very culture specific. It can be very country specific. If it's not slapstick, if it's verbal in any way, it's hard to translate. I think that's why slapstick does actually translate. But something about the X-Files was universal. It was definitely an American show. It was set in America and often in the woods and in small towns and small town America. But there was something about the zeitgeist, the heart of the show was really just human. It wasn't American. It was about the capacity to wonder, the need to, you know, I want to believe is the catch line. So it was like the need to believe. And I think that made it kind of a show of the world and not just of America in that moment when it started. But I think ultimately the short answer is that it's good.